Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Sarper Güven from 90 Day Fiancé has achieved his biggest career milestone since moving to the US. The 45-year-old from Turkey was first introduced in 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way Season 5, where he was in a long-distance relationship with 43-year-old Shekinah from Los Angeles. Shekinah met Sarper during a visit to Turkey and was quickly drawn to his bad boy persona. Sarper openly shared that he had been with over 2,500 women before meeting her, a claim that sparked widespread reaction. However, despite his eventful past, Sarper decided to make changes in his life for Shekinah. Since leaving Istanbul, Sarper has transformed significantly. He made major sacrifices for Shekinah, including leaving behind both his career and family. A natural go-getter, Sarper found it difficult to remain inactive while on a K-1 visa, which limited his ability to work. Still, he used that downtime to reflect and plan his next steps. Eventually, he discovered the direction he wanted to take professionally in the US. Not only did he commit to this new path, but he has also started seeing success. Sarper had already begun pursuing fitness and bodybuilding as a career a few years before appearing on 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way Season 5. When he first started training, his gym coach was so impressed by how quickly his body transformed that he asked Sarper to take a testosterone test. According to Sarper, the typical range was between 1 and 8, but he scored a 12, which left his trainer impressed. In his introduction, Sarper was seen working with a male client, highlighting his commitment to fitness. In Season 5, Episode 9, Sarper revealed he had earned a personal training license in Turkey 10 years prior. However, it wasn't until last year that he began treating it as a full-time career. After meeting Shekinah, Sarper also took on the role of her personal trainer. One of their most talked-about scenes involved Sarper weighing Shekinah on camera. He had set a specific weight goal for her and wanted to see if she had reached what he considered an ideal weight. When Sarper previously asked Shekinah about her weight while she was still in the US, she assumed it was a general fitness question like he'd ask any client. But when he saw that she weighed 132 pounds, 4 pounds more than his preferred number, he expressed visible disappointment. He told the cameras that while Shekinah appreciated her more muscular figure, it wasn't the look he envisioned for her. Sarper explained he had set a target weight for Shekinah because he thought it would match his preferences. Sarper once disclosed that he spent 7 years working as a dancer in the adult entertainment industry, a job he described as enjoyable. However, it wasn't well received by his family, leading him to pursue other interests out of respect for their views. This transition led him to focus on fitness and bodybuilding. During his time as a dancer, Sarper said he had many short-lived relationships, most of which were casual encounters. He claimed to have performed at over 600 bachelorette parties and suggested that nearly half of the brides expressed romantic interest. However, he stated he only reciprocated when he felt a genuine connection. For Sarper, the experience was more about enjoyment than duty. He had never seen himself in a long-term monogamous relationship until Shekinah. She became the first woman with whom he remained abstinent for 79 days. Sarper even admitted he had never been fully faithful in previous relationships. Sarper's early professional background involved work related to imports and exports, although he didn't share many specifics. During his 90 Day Fiancé debut, he was shown at a photo shoot in Istanbul, revealing he had taken up modeling about a year earlier. The opportunity came by chance when someone invited him to model for a brand. Given his confidence and comfort in front of the camera, modeling felt like a natural fit for him. In Season 6, Sarper revealed he was facing financial difficulties, partly due to Shekinah. As a personal trainer, he explained that he was struggling because Shekinah didn't want him to train female clients, who made up 90% of his clientele. Sarper also told his sister he had been covering Shekinah's travel expenses he claimed his income had dropped by 90% due to Shekinah's insistence. While in Turkey, Şekina reportedly didn't spend any of her own money and relied entirely on Sarper. After relocating to the U.S., Sarper seemed interested in exploring stand-up comedy. Given his 7 years of performing on stage as a dancer, he said being in the spotlight had always energized him. While returning to exotic dancing in America was not an option Şekina supported, Sarper was eager to give comedy a try. He shared how he had practiced his set with Şekina acting as his audience, though he was disappointed by her muted reaction, describing her as reactionless and emotionless. Despite his efforts to entertain her, she barely cracked a smile. In Season 11, Episode 13, Sarper revealed he had written a 2-hour routine. However, Şekina felt much of the content was inappropriate and doubted whether his Turkish sense of humor would resonate with American audiences. Though Şekina didn't see comedy as a viable long-term career for Sarper, it gave him a creative outlet and something to focus on. Sarper admitted he didn't mind if he failed. He simply wanted the chance to try. He eventually performed his set for Şekina's friends, Wendy, Josh, and her ex, Dan. Sarper felt awkward about Dan's presence and made a joke suggesting Dan was neither attractive nor healthy. Şekina thought the comment was out of line and wished the set would end quickly, even though she tried to remain supportive. Sarper, on the other hand, viewed the moment as a personal milestone. Şekina criticized his man-to-man remark, calling it disrespectful. Dan believed the joke stemmed from insecurity and assumed Şekina was in on it. Şekina was embarrassed by the exchange, while Sarper defended himself, saying Dan had made fun of him previously and he was merely responding in kind. However, this career revival has introduced complexities into his relationship with Şekina. Previously, Şekina had expressed discomfort with Sarper training female clients, leading him to limit his clientele. Despite this, recent social media posts indicate that Sarper has resumed training women, sparking questions about potential tensions between the couple. Their relationship has faced additional challenges since Sarper's move to the U.S. adjusting to life in Los Angeles and cohabiting with Şekina has led to conflicts, including disagreements over living arrangements and personal space. In a notable incident, Sarper compared Şekina's home to a prison, expressing frustration over the lack of freedom and amenities. Despite the tension, Sarper announced in February that he had launched his first Boot Laugh session via the Şekina Sarper 90-day account. He described it as a hybrid event that blends boot camp workouts with stand-up comedy. The 90-day Fiancé alum now hosts Boot Laugh with Sarper every Sunday at 88 Studios in North Hollywood, Los Angeles. According to him, the event combines comedy, exercise, and dance in a unique, hour-long experience. Furthermore, financial dynamics have shifted. While Sarper previously supported Şekina during her visits to Turkey, he now faces restrictions on employment due to his visa status, placing the financial burden on Şekina. She has voiced concerns about this reversal, highlighting the stress it adds to their relationship. Despite these hurdles, Sarper and Şekina continue to navigate their relationship, balancing personal ambitions with mutual expectations. As Sarper's career progresses in Los Angeles, the couple's ability to adapt and support each other's goals remains a focal point of their journey on 90-Day Fiancé. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.